Test. Shall I- Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maya, and I'm coming all the way from Ajman University in the United Arab Emirates. And I'm very pleased to be here to share with you our experience in promoting climate action through youth empowerment and education. I believe that there are a lot of opportunities for higher education institutions at any COP, especially COP27, that it is in Egypt. I have gathered around some thoughts on the role of the higher education institutions at COP27 and also in the upcoming COP28 in UAE. So this is a great opportunity to strengthen the role of the youth in the Arab world and in Africa by providing a platform to discuss and negotiate in policy making and strategies for global climate action. It is also a great opportunity to network with companies, governments, NGOs, other private sector institutions. As you know, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals promotes Goal 17, which is about partnerships. So we cannot achieve climate action without partnerships. So there is a great role for higher education institutions to partner with other entities on climate action. And also, we can benchmark against the best practices of other universities in this field and also be a role model for others who are still on their journey of climate action. And maybe this would be also a chance to have a more defined framework for climate action for higher education institutions in specific. At Ajman University, we have developed a strategy, and this strategy is called the AU Climate and Sustainability Strategy. I would be pleased to share this strategy with you today. If you just scan the QR code, you will be able to get a copy of this strategy, and you will be able to view what are we doing for climate action, what are our plans, and how far we have got. I will tell you in this presentation. To be effective in climate action, you need to set short-term goals and long-term goals. I'm going to explain a bit about the short-term goals. So these short-term goals need to focus not only on education or research, but also on the operations of the university. The university is just like any other entity. We are doing activities that emit carbon, so we need to focus on carbon emissions. We need to calculate our carbon emissions. We need to develop plans for carbon offset. So the very first goal is to calculate the carbon emissions, scopes 1, 2, and 3. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why it's going back. The second goal is waste management. So you need to also focus on calculating your waste and check if you can recycle them or reuse them. Renewable energy and water conservation. You can also apply renewable energy principles and sustainable sources for clean energy for your transportation. You can perhaps put plugs for electric cars. You can encourage the use of scooters on campus, or you can encourage the use of electric cars or walking or bicycles. Recycling programs. Recycling is very important, especially that you have a lot of sources such as food waste, paper waste, plastic. So recycling campaigns are very effective as well. Carbon offset programs, and I must tell you, this is the favorite for students because it means practical activity. The students will go on programs, beach cleaning, desert cleaning, planting trees. And in the UAE, we are popular for having the mangroves. And you know that the mangroves capture a lot of CO2. So this is a very good way to offset your carbon as an institution. And you need to also incorporate your research and policy making. So climate action needs to be in the core of your curriculum, core of your research. Encourage your students to do research papers based on climate action. Or you can also join research entities. There are a lot of government institutions that offer research networks for a lot of topics related to climate action. Healthy buildings, obtaining LEED certification or WELL certification. We have also established at Ajman University a Healthy Buildings Research Center. Education, incorporating environmental awareness into the curriculum, offering bachelor and master degrees related to the environment and climate action, and also participating in a lot of international competitions on the local, regional, or international level. And these are the long-term objectives. You can be as ambitious as you want, but I wanted to make it a bit focused, so I did only four objectives. Gold sustainability rating, and this rating is offered by the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, or STARS. And we aim to be carbon neutral by 2030. We aim to be zero carbon by 2050. And we also aim to be zero waste by 2030. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what worked for us as climate action strategies. So first of all, it is very essential to write down your plan. So the plan that you saw earlier, that I shared with you through the QR code, this plan was like a blueprint or a framework for what we need to do. And I will show you what we have done so far in the past year and a glimpse of our future plans. And in case any one of you wishes to know more about them, you can contact me after the presentation. So the first thing is the creation of AU climate and sustainability strategy, and it is aligned with the UAE Green Agenda, with the National Climate Change Plan of the United Arab Emirates by the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment, as well as the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, mainly Goal 13 on climate action. We have initiated an annual program called the Green Campus Initiative, and this is like a platform for students where they can offer their insights about what to do to make their campus greener, to make it more environmental friendly. And it proved to be very successful. The students were really excited about it, and we took into account some of their ideas, and we are also applying them on campus. So it's not only taking an idea from a student, it's also about applying it. So they will feel proud that they have contributed to the climate action at the campus. We have joined the Emirates Environmental Group as an academic member, and this is an NGO. It is one of the oldest NGOs in the UAE who works on climate action. We have also been jury members in the 22nd cycle for the inter-school environmental speaking competition. Actually, it's me and my colleague. We were the juries, and we saw presentations from over 90 schools in the UAE. It was a really wonderful experience, and I was really delighted to see the ideas of our youth about climate action. You just need to ask them, and you would be surprised. We have also participated in a lot of panels, such as the Green Grid Initiative, and this Green Grid Initiative is about capturing energy through grids. We have also participated in recycling campaigns such as One Root, One Community, and we recycled over 3 tons of paper. And in return, we have a chance to plant trees in an event in December called For Emirates We Plant. So it is part of our carbon offset program. And we also launched the Green Coal project. And this is a project to take care about the e-waste. As you know, e-waste is something that not many people are focusing on, but it is really essential because a lot of people, due to maybe privacy reasons, throw away their phones, their tablets, their laptops, and they don't think that inside these devices there are many valuable minerals and valuable metals, and it can be recycled and reused. So we have also encouraged our community to do this at the university. And we launched a lot of campaigns, such as the anti-smoking campaign. As you know, smoking is not only bad for your health, the tobacco industry is also bad for climate. We also encouraged our students to participate in Emirates Recycling Awards. So one of our students was the host of these awards, where a lot of recycling initiatives were awarded for their efforts. We also participated in Decarbonization and Climate Action Awards, and it was done for the very first time in Dubai. And you can see, in addition to all the practical activities, we also focused on awareness sessions, such as sustainable development and the right of future, advancing the right to a healthy environment. Another session was like a panel of different women from our university and other universities, and we talked about lessons in climate change, green economy, environmental sustainability, and other topics, and many other awareness sessions, as you can see. Now I'm going to share with you our experience in having a lot of partnerships and MOUs. As I mentioned earlier, partnerships and MOUs are the key to success in climate action. You cannot do it alone. You need to build a network of other entities that help you in doing this. So this is based on my experience. I have tried to do it alone, but doing it with others was more successful. So we are currently planning to join the Climate Change Research Network of the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment. And we're also planning to do an MOU with BIA Group, with also the Waste Lab. The Waste Lab is a very innovative idea, and they are recycling food scraps and making the food scraps as a fertilizer for soil. So this is important for food security as well. Azraq, they are into the ocean conservation. So you can perhaps adopt or sponsor an artificial coral reef with them. And this will support the efforts in ocean conservation as part of carbon offset programs. And also, we are keen on joining the UAE Special Envoy to UN for COP28. As you know, COP28 next year will be hosted in the United Arab Emirates. We also established talks with the United Nations for partnerships or for opening a hub at Ajman University for the UN. We also established talks with the University of Oxford to have a biodiversity hub on campus. And you will hear it from me first. We are one of the founding universities of the Nature Positive Pledge, which is done in partnership with the University of Oxford. And it will be announced in December in COP15, which is the conference for biodiversity in Montreal. We also established talks with Dubai Department of Economy and Tourism to promote UN Sustainable Development Goals, including climate action. And I'm pleased to inform you that we are also giving workshops with the UI Green Metric World University Rankings on successful ways in managing waste. These are some of the memberships, because we don't have time to list all the memberships. So these are some of the memberships that we have achieved so far, and these memberships are open for everyone. So you can also approach them, and even if you are not an academic institution, there are other areas that require collaboration other than academic institutions. So we have joined the United Nations Higher Education Sustainability Initiative, and it's a huge network where you can collaborate with universities all over the world on climate action and sustainability. We have also joined the Race to Zero, which is also a global initiative by the United Nations Environment Programme. We have also joined the Environmental Center for Arab Towns, which is based in UAE. And we have also joined the Global Ambassadors of Sustainability, which is a global initiative that helps to promote and support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, mainly 4, 5, 13, 16, and 17. These are some of our future plans. Actually, after we finish COP, right away, I'm going to have a competition for our students in the Inter-College Environmental Public Speaking Competition, where they have prepared lovely presentations on climate action, water conservation, food security. And we are also participating in One Root, One Community campaign. We are recycling plastic this time. And we are also planning to do our reporting in accordance to the GRI initiative. And there is a new category that is added to the academic institutions. You know, QS is a ranking for the universities. It's a global ranking. And they recently added the environmental impact category. So we are also planning to apply for it. And to end my presentation on a pleasant note, I would like to share with you what our students did. This is the work of our students who used construction waste to develop beautiful designs, and they participated in the Dubai Design Week and won in that the competition. So this is last year's participation. This is all done from construction waste. And this is this year's participation. And this is all from construction waste. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to leave the floor for my colleague to tell you more about what we do on the education side when it comes to climate action. Do I have to test? Yes, I'm shorter. Thank you.
Okay. Can you try?
Test? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Hiba. I came from Ajman University. I teach chemistry and environmental courses. I'm honored to be here to present what environmental science, environmental education role in climate changing, and what Ajman University did as examples. So before we start, let's remember our dear friend Newton. Newton, in the first law of motion, said any object remains the same state of motion until we apply force on it to act. So what we have to do is act for anything to move. Otherwise, we will not move. So we have to act to change. We have to act
to control the climate change. We have to act to control the atmospheric, global warming. So, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said, in order to change, nothing will change until we do something to change it. So, sorry. Anyway, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what in themselves. So we have to change from inside. And Mahatma Gandhi said, Earth provide enough to satisfy every man needs, but not every man's greed. And one Chinese philosopher said, if your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. But if it's for 100 years, you have to educate children. So we need education to make the change. Without education, we cannot make a change. So Ajman University actually focus as an education institution focusing in environmental education. But what is the meaning of environmental education? First, what is education? Lady Bird Johnson, when she was the first US lady, she wrote that environment where we all meet. But it's not only mirror of ourselves, but it's also showing us what we can be. And to be better, we have to focus on education. We have to learn to be better. So the Native American, the North American Association in Environmental Education said, defined the environmental education as learning process, but it's also we have to state the challenging. So what they did, they mentioned two things: just the education, learning process, knowledge, and the challenging. But the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, they said it's learning, yes. It's states challenges, yes, but they add the acting phase. And the acting phase is the very important part. We have to engage and we have to take action. And actually, I like these definitions because it's including the knowledge and action. The last one is the Colorado Alliance for Environmental Education. It says it's lifelong learning. That means not only children need to be educated about environment, but also the adults. And actually, that was the opinion of my students in her last semester, in the final project of environmental science. As she said, and this is a screenshot from her final and nice picture for her, Amna Muhammad. She said, I would like to emphasize the importance of awareness to the younger generation because in near future, they will be the one who empower. So we need to empower and educate our next generation because next they are the leader next. And that's exactly what Ajman University do by providing programs, courses, initiatives, and I will show you what we have now and what we will have in the future in academic-wise. What we have now, we have a very interesting power and renewable energy bachelor program, and we have also environmental science course, which is mandatory for 15 years now. And we also have Office of Environmental Health and Safety that my colleague Maya talked about. They are initiating, they have initiatives and spreading awareness. And in the future, Ajman University also have plans to initiate 3 different programs: the Environmental Management and Sustainability Master's Program, and Water Resources Master Program, and Environmental Science Bachelor Program. These programs actually give the students the opportunity to be engaged in the changing of environment. It gives them opportunity to do something. And that's exactly what we did in our courses. Like in the last semester, they have to write their suggestion and for the power for the policymakers in how to reduce pollution. Abdullah Al-Hammadi asked for awareness from business college. Al-Hamza Ahmed from engineering asked to hold meetings for brainstorming to give new ideas and innovative solution for our environment. Qasim from dentistry asked to give rewards, and Sarah from business asked also for motivation individual. This is not the only part that our students involve in, but they also have the Green Campus Initiative. They start this initiative like last semester, and we have it like every semester. They give us very nice ideas, very innovative ideas, and the university actually start applying some of their ideas. And these are some of Ajman University students out of class. They are planting, they are cleaning, they try to do something. Because as we agree, awareness is not only about knowledge, it's also about acting. So our students actually start acting. And we have also College of Architecture who built the house, the solar system house, and they won the 2 first place prizes in energy. Also, mass communication students participate in climate changing by making posters and be involved in campaign of the UN Sustainable Development Goals and for climate changing. And I will leave you now with two short videos, one of them prepared by the course instructor as a gift last semester for the students, and the other one actually prepared from one of my students this semester. Enjoy and thank you.
ولآخر لحظة اصنع معروفا واغرس فكرا لا تيأس فالخير بنا فطرا الله استعمرنا والأرض غدا تشهد فحصاد اليوم غراس الأمس وغرس اليوم غدا يحصد لا لم نخلق عبثا حاشانا بل لنعمرها دنيانا لنمهد دربا كي يأتي جيل يستكمل ما كان لا لن تسكن همتنا ما دامت فينا غايتنا أن نحيا في الكون كراما إحسانا
if you have a question or anything that we can help with, you can ask. No, thank you. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you. Yes, we have a question there.
I just want to know if there is someone who speaks French correctly because I want to do my intervention in French. Do you have someone who can translate in French? No, hein? Hein? Ah ben voilà. D'accord. Donc, congratulations, félicitations pour les exposés. Et je voudrais vous féliciter surtout en tant que femme. Je vois que vous êtes pionnière des changements climatiques au niveau de Ajman University des Émirats Arabes Unis. Je pense que ce n'est pas tous les jours qu'on voit des femmes mener un combat de telle gageure, de telle envergure, et vous les menez dans un monde où vous vous efforcez de prendre votre place. Rien que pour ça, je vous félicite. Je vous le dis puisque je suis un collègue, je suis un professeur d'université aussi, et je sais combien les femmes ont des difficultés pour trouver leur place dans le domaine de l'enseignement supérieur. J'ai pas fini, hein? Ok, ok. Donc la chose qui m'a le plus positivement marqué, c'est le fait qu'on ait la même vision, parce que pour intégrer les changements climatiques dans les cursus du niveau supérieur, il va falloir commencer par adopter une stratégie. Or, j'ai vu que vous avez commencé par là, je trouve qu'on est sur la même longueur d'onde, on a le même niveau de compréhension par rapport à cela. Ok. On a le même niveau de compréhension. Une fois que la stratégie a été adoptée, il va falloir encadrer. You want to translate? Okay.
I already forgot what you said at the beginning. So he's saying that you're like-minded people and that you're working on the same cursus at school. What was? Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait d'autre?
J'ai dit qu'en tant qu'enseignant-chercheur comme elle à l'université, nous sommes sur une phase pilote expérimentale d'intégration des changements climatiques dans les curricula.
That's tough to translate.
Bon, je vais me débrouiller en anglais. I will try in English to express my idea. Okay. I said that we are university professor, and we began to experiment something like what you say, to integrate climate change in our curricula. For this strategy, we must experiment module, je ne sais pas comment on appelle module en anglais, model that you integrate in our teaching, because before climate change, we teach bioclimatology in a faculty de sciences, agronomy faculty, but now with the mood of the world, climate change, we must integrate this. We know that in primary school or second education, they do sensibilization, just sensibilization. But in the higher education, you must conceive curricula and module to teach it to our students. But the questions that I want to know in which level you teach climate change. Is it in the license, master, doctorate? How many hours? It's a credit of 25 hours. They give a diploma. On appelle ça diplôme? After 2 years study, we give diploma of technical environment, or it's just adding for the initial formation of your students? Thank you.
You are welcome. We understand you well, don't worry. So I agree with you that we have to implement curriculum, yes, and include our students in actions more than studying the theory, yes. And for universities in UAE, we have a lot of environmental science programs, engineering and sciences. In Ajman University, we have in College of Engineering and IT, this is a bachelor degree, and it is a program of renewable energy as a future energy. And we have this environmental science course as mandatory course for students, like for 15 years now. And in that course, actually, yes, we changed the curriculum, and I make my students more into actions than just memorizing definitions. And that's the plan, the future plan, to add more master's degrees, like 203 years, with, of course, final project, and should be innovative one, and environmental science programs. So these are the programs in the future, and this is what we already have. Yes, we have another question. Thank you for your question. Yes, Zayed University has something to say.
Okay, thank you, Mahara. Thank you. Okay, okay. Just to answer. Sorry for that. I'm going to put some comments just
Fine,
in,
yes.
in his questions. Okay. 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 My name is Dr. Suhail Al-Ghafli. I'm a head of the Environmental and Sustainability Department at Zayed University. Okay. First of all, okay, the good thing to do, you have to start from the beginning. K-12 program, there is a K-12 program, which is, it might be better than me, like a Globe, or dealing with NASA, okay. They have an educational program. That actually, okay, facilitate for you, or grounding for you, okay, the higher education one. Then, in this case, okay, when in bachelor degree, you can give them different flavors of environment, then if they will be specialized in master or PhD. But the good thing to start with, because education is need to be started from the lower classes, okay, which is K-12 program, that one which you need to do. Yes. Okay, thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Roya Hassan. I was really amazing with the activities they have in Ajman, but I just want to ask, the activities which they have, do they include their families, and do in Ajman University try to ask the other people who's in Ajman instead of the youth themselves or the student, because that will give more awareness to everyone, and it will include a bigger number of people to have known about this, and they have more awareness, and it will help a lot.
Yeah, actually, we have two parts to answer this question. The first part is about the student. At the end of environmental science course, we usually give them the project to state the most environmental issues that are applied, and they have role in that. Their families and their friends, and what they are doing to our environment as positive or negative impact. And they have to do and give us suggestion for themselves and their family to stop that. This is one. And second, as you saw, I have one of my students engaged his kids in planting. So that was lovely. And we have also another part of this answer.
Thank you for this very important question. Actually, in all the activities that I mentioned in my presentation, we don't involve only students, we involve staff, faculty members, and family members sometimes. I remember when we did the Make It Green campaign, which is a cleanup on campus, one mother came with her son and daughter early morning just to participate in this campaign. So I hope this answers your question. Are there any other questions before we wrap up? Thank you all for attending. Pleasure to be here with you from Ajman University.